Landman Season 2, Episode 5 Review. M-Tex's $400 trap leaves Cami with one bad choice. Tommy faces corporate pressure, Cami risks everything, and M-Tex's future hangs by a thread in Landman Season 2, Episode 5. By the time Landman Season 2, Episode 5 rolled in, I was already carrying emotional baggage from the previous hour. Landman Season 2, Episode 4 didn't just move pieces around the board, it bruised relationships and reopened old wounds. Cooper and Ariana stitched things back together after their breakup, but that reunion came with quiet anxiety, not relief. Dorothy's funeral forced Tommy to confront his past through Thomas, and the tension there felt raw and unfinished. Angela's push to bring Thomas home was moral pressure, and it worked. Meanwhile, Rebecca dropped the ball in a way that felt reckless, ignoring serious incidents on M-Tex land as if consequences were optional. So when Episode 5 begins, I knew better than to expect calm waters. Landman Season 2, Episode 5 Recap. Family duty meets corporate chaos. Landman Season 2, Episode 5 opens with Tommy, played by Billy Bob Thornton, juggling too much again. Thomas living under his roof raises eyebrows, especially from Nate, who suggests a retirement home. I sided with Tommy and Angela here. When time is short, family matters more than convenience. Angela, meanwhile, leans fully into her chaotic good energy. She attends a fake birthday party at a retirement home, lies without blinking, and somehow turns it into a wholesome moment. I'll say this, yes, it's attention-seeking, but it's also kind. Those residents light up around her. Sometimes a harmless lie does more good than strict honesty. Back at work, Tommy realizes something is off when invoices land at his house instead of the office. That's the theme of the episode in a nutshell: boundaries collapsing. Work doesn't knock anymore, it barges in. Cooper and Ariana's love, promises, and hard reality in Landman Season 2, Episode 5. Cooper, played by Jacob Laughlin, and Ariana's talk about marriage felt sincere, but not dreamy. There's fear baked into it, especially on Ariana's side. When she asks Cooper to get her father's approval, it isn't about permission, it's about effort and intention. Cooper meeting Mr. Barrera in Corpus is one of the episode's quiet highlights for me. No theatrics, no shouting. Just a father making it clear that words don't prove love, but by survival and consistency. When Barrera says Ariana doesn't need his blessing, I believe him. The test was already underway, and Cooper passed simply by showing up. That said, the shadow hanging over Cooper doesn't lift. There's subtle dread here, and I couldn't escape it. The warnings about staying alive felt loaded. I hope it's not foreshadowing, but this show doesn't toss lines around without purpose. Landman Season 2, Episode 5. Tommy breaks down the business mess. The conversation between Tommy and Cooper at the patch is where the episode turns grim. Cooper's mistake mentioning he's Tommy's son in contracts sets off a chain reaction that costs real money. Watching Cooper realize how badly he misplayed things was rough. There was no ego, no excuses, just shame. Tommy's solution is practical but painful. M-Tex buys Cooper's leases. The dream of fast wealth evaporates, replaced by stability and survival. I respected that choice. It's the kind of decision that hurts now but saves you later. For me, this moment reinforced why Tommy remains the show's backbone. He's not gentle, but he's honest, since he doesn't sugarcoat consequences and he doesn't let pride sink the ship. Accidents, silence, and leadership under pressure in Landman Season 2, Episode 5. If there's one thing Landman Season 2, Episode 5 makes painfully clear, it's that Tommy is being cut out of conversations he absolutely should be leading. Suicides, collisions, poisoning incidents, he hears about them late, if at all. Watching him snap wasn't surprising, it felt earned. Leadership isn't about titles. It's about being informed. When everyone keeps looping in Rebecca instead of him, it exposes a quiet erosion of authority. The phone call with Thomas during Tommy's drive was unexpectedly touching. Tommy vents without realizing it, turning a minor issue into an accidental therapy session. These small human moments keep the episode from becoming suffocating. Dan's leverage and the $400 M problem in Landman Season 2, Episode 5 here, where Landman Season 2, Episode 5 truly locks its jaws. The insurance loophole holding $400 million hostage is explained in dense financial language, but the takeaway is brutal. M-Tex can't touch its own money without destroying itself. Bankruptcy clears debts, but it also strips leases and royalties. That's not just a solution, that's a surrender. Dan stepping back into the picture made my stomach drop. When he admits he planned to scam Cooper, it confirms everything Tommy fears. And yet, Dan holds the winning hand. When Cami starts considering Dan as a partner, I didn't see desperation, I saw resolve. She's tired of being protected, talked over, and boxed out. Tommy thinks he's shielding her, but from her perspective, he's deciding for her, and I get why she pushes back. Landman Season 2, Episode 5 ending explained why Cami chooses the risk. Tommy telling Cami Demi more about Dan's cartel ties is supposed to end the conversation. Instead, it seals her choice. She already knows the danger. What she can't accept is losing M-Tex without fighting. Her in for a penny, in for a pound logic is terrifying, but it's also calculated. She's choosing control over safety, agency over fear. Whether that's bravery or arrogance remains to be seen. The pirate-themed dinner that closes the episode feels oddly perfect. Amid chaos, the family gathers. Laughter cuts through dread. For one night, Tommy remembers what steadies him. It doesn't fix anything, but it helps him breathe. Is Landman Season 2 Episode 5 worth a watch? Absolutely, and not because it's comfortable, but Landman Season 2 Episode 5 is heavy, thoughtful, and quietly sharp. It doesn't rely on spectacle, it relies on pressure. Every conversation matters and every silence speaks. I loved how grounded it felt. No easy heroes, no clean exits. There were just people choosing the least terrible option and hoping it wouldn't haunt them later. If you're invested in Landman, this episode deepens everything: the power struggles, the relationships, and the moral compromises. It also sets up consequences that feel unavoidable. So I'll ask you this: do you think Cami is right to take the risk? Is Tommy losing control or finally seeing the limits of it? And how long can M-Tex survive when every deal comes with a shadow? Landman Season 2 Episode 5 is now streaming exclusively on Paramount+.